everybody, welcome back to Crew Community episode 15. We're here with Kendra Camplin. We're at KPMG, which is where Kendra works, right in the middle of downtown. Big 12 is actually kicking off tonight right behind us, so it's a little crazy getting down here, but this space is amazing, so thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
Kendra actually has played in 53 KC Crew leagues. So she started in summer of 2012 playing softball with us. One season after we started, I don't even think I played in that many leagues. Tell me a little bit about like how you heard about KC Crew and then like what made you just keep signing up over and over again.
Yeah, so I joined summer of 2012 on a softball team, just some random college friends. They found the league and I signed up and I loved it. You know, that team didn't continue, but then I joined Zach's softball team. And then in the spring of 2013, some girlfriends and I decided, oh, let's play sand volleyball. It seems like that would be really fun. So that's how our volleyball league got started.
And I think that's actually, I think we played softball together, but I remember playing sand volleyball with you, and I think we were like one of the first champions, like played your team, and it's just a lot of fun just getting to know you over the years playing sand volleyball. Now you play on Katie's team on Mondays on the indoor, so you know what we already talked about this a little bit, but what's your favorite out of all? You know, you played softball, sand volleyball, indoor volleyball, and then you even tried cornhole. You know, what's your favorite? If you had one sport to pick, what would it be?
Oh man, I feel like my teams are not gonna be my answer. I love indoor volleyball, but I love tournament day also. So that's sand volleyball, softball tournament.
You want to tell us a little bit about what KPMG does and what you do here and why you love working here?
Yeah, so KPMG is a public accounting firm, so I specifically work in the audit practice, so we do financial statement audits for public and private companies. What I love about KPMG is that, one, the people that I work with are fantastic. You come straight out of college and you work with the same people, and in public accounting you have a busy season, which is pretty rough, January through March, April. You're working upwards of 60, 70 hours depending on the week. But you're kind of in the trenches with these awesome people. And some of my best friends now are people that I started with. But also like the flexibility that KPMG offers. Like I said, we're very busy. But if you have something that comes up, KPMG is understanding and will let you work when you need to work and be off when you need to be off. So I've really valued that to this point.
That's awesome, and it's a pretty big company too. So that's a great thing for a pretty big company.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is an international firm, but there's just so many great opportunities that it offers. I'm also involved in a couple nonprofits outside of work, and another thing I've really enjoyed is just how much KPMG has supported my work with those nonprofits. It makes me feel really valued. So.
Yeah. Anything specific or unique that you guys do that maybe other people don't know about? If they're like, I should reach out to KPMG because what? Besides all the amazing options that you already said.
Yeah. So I think the thing that makes KPMG unique is that, we are a big firm with, but we're in it's like a small company feel. So, but what's great about being a big firm is that you can come to our office and let's say that you needed help, you're acquiring a company or something like that, and you need help valuing the company that you're going to acquire or determining if you think it's going to be a good investment. Someone in our firm is an expert in that field, and so, even if we can't get you that specific service, we have resources everywhere that someone can be here in your office and get you in.
That's awesome. What's something you've loved in Kansas City that's been around forever? Like maybe one place or something specific about Kansas City that you've always loved and continue to love?
Honestly, so growing up, I grew up north of the river, but we grew up going to like hockey games at Kemper Arena.
Oh wow.
And so I remember, the hockey team left when I was in high school, but that has been one of the coolest things about KC Crew, honestly, is now opening up Hy-Vee Arena, and now we play volleyball there. That's something I feel like is really cool, but also like just the sports teams, the support around the Royals and the Chiefs.
Was that called the Kansas City Blades?
Yeah.
So what's crazy is I actually have a mirror in my house that
Oh,
is a
gosh.
KansasIty Blades mirror, and I was like, I didn't even know what this was. I just thought it was cool. So you used to go to those games?
Yes.
Was it like, is it anything like the Mavericks is now, or was it bigger than that, or?
It was bigger than that even, but very, very similar. Just, I mean, you've seen the seating there? It's,
Yeah.
You know, they would fill that big.
That's
Not,
awesome.
yeah,
We gotta bring that back for sure.
it was awesome. Yeah.
And then what's something new that's new to Kansas City, maybe in the last couple of years that you, similar to, you love Kemper and the fact that it's still here, what's something new you've seen that you're like, I'm so glad this is in Kansas City?
I love how there's always something new, you know, food and bar, and the food and bar scene. I love how there are new things every week there's something new opening up. I love Chicken N Pickle. I think it is such a cool space. It's not very far from where we live now, but I like, there is somewhere, you know, I like this also.
Yeah, I'm a fan too. I'm with Kate and I were just talking the other day about, I feel like there's always a new restaurant opening. I'm like, I don't have time to keep up anymore, and everybody's always recommending something new. I'm like, dang it, I gotta go try that place.
Yeah.
So, big foodie myself. So what is there anything, you know, outside of the leagues that Casey Crew does that you like, or you've gone to, or that you're looking forward to, or even an idea that you're like, Casey Crew should do this?
So I saw that you did a bar hunt and a scavenger hunt. I think it's so cool that you do these events that are not just the leagues, you know, these events outside. I feel like I really would like to do one of those, especially like the trivia related ones. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are fun. The bar hunt one's really cool because you basically don't know where you're going. You get clues about the next one, and then whoever gets to the end wins. We're gonna change it up a little bit this year. I think we're gonna try and do like a prohibition bar hunt crawl and partner with some of the like speakeasies and things like that. So we'll definitely have to get you tickets to that. So, I mean, you played 52 leagues. I think you earned it. So
Makes me feel so old.
right there with you. I can't believe Casey Crew's been around for 7 years. So. That's about all I have for today. I do want to offer you something as a thank you for doing this today, but also playing Casey Crew. So I'm going to give you essentially tickets to all of our events for the rest of the year. So even if you can't go, we'll give you 2 tickets and you can give them out to a friend or something like that. So really want to thank you for playing with us for so long and being so awesome and telling people about Casey Crew. So thank you so much for coming out today. We'll see you guys next month.